I'm Srinath Raghavan. I'm a trustee of the New India Foundation. I'm delighted to announce today the call for applications for the 12th round of the New India Foundation Fellowship. The New India Foundation was set up in 2004. This is the 20th year of the foundation's existence, and this is the 12th round of fellowships that we're doing. The book fellowships are our flagship activity as the New India Foundation. The founding charter of the NIF was to foster and promote scholarship on India after 1947. As we know very well, much of the writing of Indian history stops around midnight of 15th of August 1947. We do have a lot of other work by political scientists, sociologists, economists, demographers, and others, which deals with more contemporary aspects of India in which we live. But there's very little scholarship we found which traverses the entire ground between 1947 and now, whether it is by way of historians looking forward or other social scientists and writers looking backwards a little bit to help us get sense of the India in which we live. So the New India Foundation really wanted to bridge this gap between 1947 and the present, and that is what the fellowships are really designed to do. We are entirely ecumenical in terms of the themes and topics that you would want to choose to write about, as long as these illuminate a very important aspect of India after independence. Similarly, we are totally open as far as the genres in which these books can be written. We've had 34 books published coming out of our fellowship so far, and there are several more in the pipeline. These have straddled a range of genres. We've had books of history, but we've also had books of politics, of sociology, of economic history, business history, and so on. At the same time, we've had books which use life writing as a very important way of interrogating the experience of independent India. That could be in the form of biographies, but they could also be in the form of memoirs. So we've been, very broad-minded in the way that we want the themes to be approached, the kinds of questions to be asked. We do not have any particular ideological standpoint that we privilege. We believe that a country as complex and fascinating as India needs multiple vantage points from which people can probe the experience that we've had and help us make sense of where we are today. One of our objectives with the New India Foundation really was to broaden the circle of people who write about contemporary India from a non-fictional perspective. And the foundation was set up in 2004 just as Indian sort of non-fiction was taking off, and today it's a very vibrant and thriving field. But I'd still say that it tends to be populated largely by professional writers, journalists, academics like myself, and so on. But we do hope that the fellowship will give an opportunity for people from a diverse range of sort of careers and professions, walks of life, really to be able to use this as an opportunity to write their book about India, because so many of us have different entry points into understanding this country, and we really hope that we'll be able to join applications from people from very diverse sets of experience and walks of life. So the New India Foundation offers a handsome fellowship by Indian standards as far as book fellowships go. Currently, the fellowship offers 18 lakh rupees for the entire duration of the fellowship, which is pegged at 1 year. Now, but the most important thing that comes out of the fellowship is perhaps not just the financial support that the fellowship offers. Apart from the fact that you will have a regular sort of fellowship amount being credited to your bank accounts, you will have a lot of support, first of all, to bounce off ideas about your project, because book writing tends to be something of a lonely business. It's always a great thing for book writers to be able to speak to others, to try out new ideas, throw balls up in the air and see where they land. And between the trustees and this vibrant community of New India Foundation fellows, past fellows that we have, we really believe that this is one of the best things that we offer, which is an intellectual community where you can try your ideas out even as you're trying to work them to the form that you want to express it in. And when you get to that stage, we have a wonderful in-house editor, Israel, who's one of India's finest sort of editors, who works very closely with all of our fellows, edits their manuscripts even before they are sent out to the wider world, to publishers and others. Apart from editorial support, we also have legal support that we offer to make sure that your manuscripts are legally vetted and that we have all other kinds. We also work very closely with your publisher of choice. The foundation does not have any particular publisher that it tries to encourage you to publish with. Depending on what is the kind of book that our fellows want to write, what is the appropriate audience that targets them, and which then is the best publishing house, we are happy to open doors for you, but at the same time to facilitate this entire process of publication itself. So our endeavor really is to give you support through the entire life cycle of the writing of this book and well beyond. Because once you are a fellow of the New India Foundation, you are part of a very interesting, diverse and vibrant intellectual community. We try and meet as often as we can through our retreats, which give us an opportunity to talk not just about the work done, but the work that's currently being done and the ideas that are being plotted for future books. So this is a community that you will be part of for the rest of your professional life. So the fellowship has a lot more to offer than just the handsome stipend that's on offer.